Perhaps that's it. Maybe he should have died back on Mallory's world, and the computers understood that. They've just been waiting for the living folks to realize it as well. Dan Allard, Warrior Coupe. Today, we're diving into one of the most legendary figures in BattleTech history, Morgan Kell, co-founder of the Kellhounds and wielder of the mysterious Phantom Mech ability. He's a man whose life shaped the destiny of the Inner Sphere. Born in 2986, Morgan Kell was closely tied to Katrina Steiner and Arthur Levon, his cousin, and became entangled in political intrigue during Alejandro Steiner's attempted assassinations in the early 3000s. In 3010, Morgan and his brother Patrick founded the Kellhounds Mercenary Unit, with their crest and name coming from Arthur Levon, who called them a couple of Kellhounds after watching them run around as terrors during childhood. Initially mocked as rich boys playing soldier, they quickly proved themselves with sharp tactics and elite professionalism. In 3016, Morgan and the Kellhounds were too late to save First Prince Ian Davian, but faced Yorinaga Karita of the Second Sword of Light to prevent the Karitan from taking the prince's body as a trophy. During the duel, Morgan's archer seemed to vanish from Yorinaga's targeting systems. This became known as the Phantom Mech phenomenon, a quasi-mystical ability that no one could explain, though many witnessed it. 11 years later, Morgan emerged from isolation and rebuilt the Kellhounds into a regiment intent on facing Yorinaga once again. Their feud defined the Fourth Section War, culminating in battles where Morgan's leadership and restraint earned him respect across all factions. Morgan continued to be a major influence in the Inner Sphere, both as the Grand Duke of Ark Royal and fighting in the clan invasion and beyond. His legacy endures through the Kellhounds and his children, including Phelan Kell, who became an important figure connecting the Kellhounds with Clan Wolf. Let's take a look how you can use Morgan Kell on your table. Morgan Kell's Archer is included in the legendary MechWarrior's Force Pack in its own unique pose. In Alpha Strike, Morgan's Archer 2R costs 71 PV and balances durability and firepower with survivability, making it a reliable anchor in Inner Sphere forces. His Phantom Mech ability gives Morgan incredible versatility. Morgan's Archer is 71 PV. It is size 3 with a TMM of 1 and a movement of 8. It is a missile boat, and he has a skill of 0. It is a 2/3/3 for damage with an overheat of 1. It has indirect fire 2, LRM 1/2/2, and a rear of 1/1/0. It has 7 points of armor and 6 points of structure. Now, his special ability, Phantom Mech, is listed on the back, and it does say that he may move and make attacks of any kind at any point in any phase, even overriding an enemy using combat intuition or other SPAs. He may reserve movement points as desired to use later in a turn until all movement points are expended. He also generates a +4 target modifier at short and medium range and a +6 target modifier at long range. Morgan Kell's pilot card for Classic shows that he is a 0-0 pilot, making him an ace level pilot and one of the most accurate and skillful pilots in the game. Morgan's ability tied to his Phantom Mech is also very similar to what is on the Alpha Strike card, with a few exceptions. Morgan may move and make attacks of any kind, at any point, in any phase, even overriding an enemy unit using combat intuition or other SPAs. However, he has some additional information, one saying he may make lateral shifts. He may move into an adjacent hex that is not directly in its front or rear, while retaining its facing for the same MP cost as if it were walking forward into it. A lateral shift does cost 1 movement point in addition to the cost of moving into the targeted hex. For example, if there's woods, you still have to pay for moving into woods, but it's still just 1 movement for lateral shifts. He may reserve movement points as desired for later in a turn until all movement points and weapons are expended. And he generates an additional +2 target modifier at short and at medium range, and a +4 target modifier at long range. Minimum range modifiers against this target are doubled. Now, I think because of the wording used for Classic, that still puts Morgan at a pretty significant advantage on generating TMM. And then also the really cool card quote on the back underneath, where his special pilot ability is listed, says, "What they say about Kell, it's all true. I was there at Luthien. I saw the clanners accumulate around him like some mythical warrior's enemies heaped about him, as he fought on unscathed." And that is, of course, referring to the Battle of Luthien in the Clan Invasion, when the Novacats were intent on trying to bring him down because they couldn't touch him. So it's very cool. Well, besides his high point value cost, he can be an incredible asset on the battlefield. And so, looking at gameplay, his combination of his archer's firepower, which isn't a lot, but with his Phantom Mech's resilience and survivability, makes him a massive force multiplier. He is best deployed in scenarios where his survivability can frustrate opponents, echoing his duel with Yorinaga Kurita. Morgan Kell embodies the fusion of myth and military genius in BattleTech. From the founding of the Kellhounds to wielding the Phantom Mech ability, his story bridges politics and battlefield legend. On the tabletop, his pilot and Alpha Strike cards capture that same aura. If you'd like to learn to paint Morgan Kell's archer, like the ones seen in today's video, be sure to go check out my friend the Painted Topher's incredible tutorial for this legendary mech warrior. Be sure to give him a subscribe, as well as check out his other painting tutorial videos. And of course, thank you for watching this MechWarrior Memory Core about Morgan Kell. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts in the comments about this and future MechWarriors you would like to see. Until next time, thanks, and God bless.